Lager.
Friday night, Notre Dame lefty Tommy Sheehan kept the Tigers off balance. He provided the first complete game for the Irish since 2016. And the Notre Dame bats did enough as well. Their lone extra base hit, that home run by Eric Gilgenbach, a 3-run shot in the 9th inning to help in a 9-2 victory by Notre Dame against the Tigers in the series opener here at Doug Kingsmore. It's the ACC on ESPN. Afternoon baseball on this Saturday. Getting ready for Game 2 in the second ACC series of the season. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in to take on the number 20 Clemson Tigers. Hi, everybody, and welcome in. Along with Jose Alvarez, Pete Hannity with you. Monty Lee, the Clemson head coach, maybe said it best and very succinctly before the game. Tommy Sheehan kept his batters guessing last night.
He did a great job. The Tigers put themselves behind the 8 ball early, but a few miscues. But you got to tip your hat to Tommy Sheehan. He did a great job throwing the ball, keeping the hitters off stride. And you look at the third line under out distribution, big 3 double plays, and that is a pitcher's best friend.
Tigers team that lost for the first time in ACC play in 4 games last night. They'll face another lefty in the ball game today. And the Tigers head coach going with a bit of a lineup change. Forget it. Another time this season, Sam Hall will play another position in the field, his 5th. He will be at second base. He's played some outfield, all 3, and he's also played at third.
He's done a great job, and as you can see, this is going to be a good ball game today.
All right, take a look at the starting lineups. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, Mick Aoki and company trying to make it back-to-back wins for the first time this season. Spencer Myers again leading off. He plays center field. Daniel Jung, the first baseman, who was 0 for 4 last night, but was on the front end of a 3-6-3 double play that was critical in the ball game. Carter Putz, the DH, hits third. Gilgenbach with his 6th home run last night, the cleanup hitter. Nico Cavadas. Jared Miller, who had a second straight 3-hit game and had a career-high 3 runs batted in last night, followed by Brooks Coetzee in his 4th straight start. Jack Alexander in at catcher today, and Ethan Copeland, the second baseman, who did some good work in Game 1 last night, rounds out the order. The Tigers defensively look like this with the changes. Kier Meredith, who made his college debut last season against this Irish team up in South Bend, he's in left field. Teodosio Mikowski, center and right. Bird, Davidson, Hall, and Hawkins around the infield behind Matt Clark. Kyle Wilkie will be catching the Tigers' left-handed pitcher, who gets ready to go back out on the mound as a starter in the ball game today, his 2nd time as a starter after doing some good work as a reliever earlier in the season.
He's done a great job, and as a start, he got last week against a really tough North Carolina team. He kept the team in the ball game, and then it was a pretty good job of Clemson Tiger hitting.
And Myers looks at strike 1. I thought it was interesting in the pregame discussion with the Tigers head coach. He talked about how Clark gets it maybe up to 87, but it's where he delivers the ball. Just a few feet off the ground, a very low delivery.
Well, when he's effective, Pete, that's exactly where the ball's going to be, down in the zone. He's not an overpowering guy. And, you know, what's interesting, you watched the way that Sheehan pitched last night. He wasn't a dominating guy with electric stuff. Tomorrow you'll see a left-hander, Keyshawn Askew, that has electric stuff and very flashy out there, not hot dog style, but flashy. He's just coming at you, and it was almost a boring game the way that Sheehan pitched, but those are the kind of boring games that a pitching coach likes to see.
Count even 2-2. Myers did not play against the Tigers at all in 2018 when Clemson took 3 out of 4 against the Irish. With their win last night, though, Notre Dame still trailing in the series 11-7 against Clemson, but 4-4 all time here at Doug Kingsmore Stadium.
Well, here's Spencer Myers, a young man from Tampa, Florida, fighting off a fastball on the outside part of the plate, up a little bit.
You'll notice last night I did my best early on when Spencer Myers came up to allow you to give some hype to his and your hometown.
Well, a lot of good talent comes out of Tampa, and that was a breaking pitch on the inner part of the plate that had Spencer locked up.
Payoff pitch. Backhanded Bird. Fast man running, but a nice throw gets him by a few steps. Out number 1. Here to start things out in the first inning, Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Temps in the 60s, cloudy skies, but the sun bearing down on Matt Clark and the Tigers and Irish.
There's a good pitch down over the zone, hit pretty sharply to third base. Grayson does a good job of backhanding it, throwing a strike across the diamond to a good defensive first baseman as he showed last night, Briar Hawkins.
Compared to the one we saw moments ago, heading the way of the Irish in the dugout. Little flare into right field. It'll fall in front of Mikowski. Runner will be waved. Cavadas, not great speed. Throw to the plate. Slide, and he's safe. I think he got the foot on the plate just a split second before the tag from Wilkie, who did a nice job handling the throw on a hop.
The double play in order. But with that situation, you really want to see him go ahead and air it all the way out to the plate.
And here come the umpires, and the call is overturned out of the plate. Score at 9-2. Mikowski doing a great job. So we're going to, on that play called a fielder's choice, there will be the error that allowed Wilkie to move over to third. Davis Sharp, who pitched and hit last night, and first pitch swinging, will have another hit and an RBI, and the Tigers break on top 1-0.
Now here's something to take a look at, because Cameron Brown, so far, he's really been around the plate, but now he finds himself in a little bit of a pickle. Will he continue to pitch with the mindset of attacking the zone, or is he going to get a little defensive and try to nitpick?
Lined left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Hawkins will be waved. He'll come around and score. Over to third goes Sharp. Into second with an RBI double. Bryce Teodosio. Tigers have the 2-0 lead here in the home half of inning number 2. Hall this season with 3 home runs. And he gets away on the strikeout. Throw to the plate. Need to make a tag. Sharp slides in. So even though Hall strikes out, Tigers still get a third run in the inning out of it. And they're 2 away. Fly to the left field corner in his first plate appearance in the game. And they've got Meredith picked off. Of course, a man on third, Teodosio, coming to the plate. The throw wide. And the Tigers steal a 4th run in the inning.
Good base running. A good read by Teodosio.
When he led things off in the 2nd inning. Clark's 2-1. Skied to left. Meredith working toward the hill at the wall. Has to leap. And he make the catch. Oh, what a great play by Kier Meredith. You could tell lining that up from the time it left the bat, he realized he might have to go back a little further.
We might see a little top 10 on that one. That was a very well-played ball by Meredith. Timed it perfectly. Great extension. Look at the jump here. Knows where the fence is. Good vertical.
Great job. He brought that one back in. It would have been a 7th home run on the season and 2nd in the series for Eric Gilgenbach. But Kier Meredith flashing the leather here at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Tigers will take that 4-0 lead to the bottom half of inning number 4. The exasperation of being robbed on the diamond. 7 RBI game against Notre Dame last season did a lot of damage against this guy right here. Brown, who started that ACC tourney game when the Tigers scored 21 runs, and Davidson in that game homered from both sides of the plate for a 2nd time last season. Launched to short left center field. The shortstop Miller trying to make the circus catch. Couldn't come through with it. Below there, Bradenton, Sarasota, and on down toward Fort Myers is a real growth area in the state of Florida.
I guess that's where the Braves are going to move their spring training complex to.
Result of that, yeah. It had always kind of been a vast.
Now, were you telling me that they won't have any teams now on the east coast of Florida?
I'm not the one who told you that, but I think the Cardinals are over there in Marlin or in Jupiter too. Nice job by Cavadas. Couple of chances in the inning, and he's successful with both. That'll do it for the Tigers in the home 7th on the Sharp groundout. Clemson this season has been a good team when leading after 7. They're 11-0. They'll try to keep it that way, up 5-0. Out of Muhammad, Illinois. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And the game ends with the 8th strikeout by Tigers pitching. The first for Jones. He gets his second save of the year, saving the victory for Matt Clark, who leads this Tigers staff now with a 4th win on the season to go to 4-0. The Tigers take it 5-1.
Well, Holt came in there, threw a fastball down in the zone and had a little pop on it. Gets it by him to preserve the win for the Tigers. And really, it was a well-pitched ball game by both starting pitchers. Don't forget Matt Clark did an outstanding job of setting the table up. Timely hitting, and Cameron Brown for Notre Dame did a good job. Just unfortunately the victim of some shoddy defense, but well played here by the Tigers. And you see Keir Meredith out there. Glad to see him at least walking around.
And hopefully that issue he had that made him leave the game when he was holding his left thigh area will not keep him out very long. Brown falling to 0-2 as he takes the loss. The Tigers got stretched out and ready to go and came back and even this series today. Clemson on the season improves to 14-4, 4-1 in the conference. Notre Dame falls to 7-10 and 3-2 in ACC play. 1 o'clock tomorrow for the 3rd and final game of the series, a rubber game. Jose, wish you could be here, but I enjoyed it, my friend. And on behalf of Jose Alvarez and our fine crew, Pete Ganady saying so long from Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Tigers win it 5-1. This has been a presentation of ESPN.